Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Emily. Today we're going to be hopping into a 10 to 15 minute stretch practice. It is great if you want to do it every single morning, even when you wake up. We're going to be activating all different parts of the body and just stretching / warming up. So accessible to all levels, you don't need any props. And we're going to start in child's pose. So you can make your way there. Knees wide open, and then big toes come together. Let's sit the hips back towards the heels, and then forehead comes all the way down to the mat. And let's just start by taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And 2 more deep breath in and out through the mouth. And 1 more deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. And let's just take 5 more breaths here in child's pose, just to become aware of the space around you, aware of all the different points of contact between your body and the mat, and just noticing how your body's feeling today. Feeling if there's any tension being held anywhere. Noticing the length of your spine, the different points of compression in the body, in the hips, the knees, the feet. And noticing if your breath feels deeper today than it normally does, or if it feels more shallow, maybe there's more resistance. So without trying to control the breath, just becoming aware. And let's take 3 more breaths here. And on your next exhale, let's slide the right arm underneath the left shoulder, threading the needle. And breathe deeply, feeling the stretch increase slightly in the right shoulder each time you inhale. On your next inhale, let's come back to child's pose, and then left arm slides underneath the right shoulder. And next inhale, come back to child's pose. And then let's walk the hands all the way back to the knees. Lift the hips off the heels, tuck the toes, and let's just start to rock back and forth. So we're stretching the soles of the feet and the toes very gently, but also the wrists. All right, and then let's bring the hips on the heels, this time turning the fingers so they point to the outer edges of the mat. Let's rock side to side. And then coming back through center, now we're just going to sit on the heels if that's accessible for you. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms above the head. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Let's interlace the hands and push the palms of the hands away. Good. Hollowing the lower belly, chin into chest, rounding the spine, feeling the shoulder blades separate away from each other. On your next inhale, let's straighten the spine, reaching the arms above the head, trying to bring them behind the ears if that's accessible. And then as you breathe out, let's bring the hands back down on the mat, tabletop. 3 rounds of cat and cow. Inhale to drop the belly, pull the chest open. Exhale 1 vertebra at a time to round your spine. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. 1 more, inhale to open. Exhale, hollow the lower belly and round. Inhale, let's come back to a neutral spine. Now the right arm reaches up to the sky, maybe gaze up. Exhale, thread the needle. Right arm reaches underneath the left shoulder. Right shoulder does not touch the ground. Inhale again, reach the right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. 1 more time, breathe in. Exhale, thread the needle, drop the right shoulder down on the mat. Left arm reaches forward. 3 deep breaths here. And 1 more inhale. On your exhale, the left hand comes underneath the left shoulder. As you breathe in, right arm reaches up and kick your right leg back, keeping the right foot on the mat. And then the right arm can reach over the right ear. Go ahead and circle the right wrist if that feels good in one direction and the other. Now let's drop the right hand down on the mat. So right hand is underneath the right shoulder, but the right leg stays extended behind you, keeping the toes on the floor. Let's start to rock back and forth. Now you should feel a little bit of a stretch in the calf muscle, Achilles tendon, maybe sole of the foot. And then bringing the shoulders over the wrists, let's bring the right foot over to the left. Press into your right hand, look over your left shoulder, so creating a C shape with the body. Should feel a bit of a stretch over the right hip. One more breath here. On your next inhale, let's look forward. Keep the right leg where it is, just bend your right knee. And then let's start to walk the hands all the way back to your knees, if this is accessible for you. So the heels can stay very close to the hips. Make sure you're sitting flat on something, whether it's the floor or a towel or a block. And then if you're super open in your hips, you can always bring your feet further away from you so that the shins are parallel to the short side of the top of the mat. Good, let's either stay here, which can already be a lot, or deep breath in to lengthen the spine. Exhale to round forward, maybe bringing the forehead on the left knee. And let's take a few deep breaths here. So this should be felt in the outer hips. And trying to breathe through any discomfort that you may feel. 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, let's straighten the spine. Use your hands to press into the mat and lift the hips. So the legs are crossed. We're going to pivot 180 degrees so that we're facing the back of the mat. The feet are off the mat on either side. Toes can slightly point in or feet are parallel to each other. Let's grab opposite hand to opposite elbow and just allow yourself to dangle between the legs, swaying the upper body side to side. Legs are aiming to go towards straight, but if there's a little bend in the knees, don't worry. Now let's release the hands down on the mat, halfway lift, inhale, lengthen the spine, and heel toe your feet together. Exhale to fold forward, bend the knees if needed. Inhale, halfway lift, straightening the legs, straightening the spine. Hands can always come to the front of the shins. Exhale to fold forward. 2 more, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Last halfway lift. This time on your exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat, drop the right knee. Right hand stays on the floor. Left arm reaches up. So you're opening the chest of the left. You can stay here, or if you want to go deeper, bend the right knee. Left hand reaches back to hold the top of the right foot. And keep opening your chest and twisting to the left for 3, 2, and 1. If you have the right foot, gently release it, tuck the toes, and then as you breathe out, we're circling the left arm down and straightening the left leg. Hands can come closer to you if you need to be a little bit higher up. The left leg is aiming to go straight. And then from here, let's keep pulling the hips back. And if you want to go deeper, fold closer over your left leg. And 1 more breath here. Now see if you can plant your hands on either side of your left leg. And then let's just slide that left leg back, 3-legged tabletop. Exhale, drop the left knee underneath the left hip, tabletop. 3 rounds of cat and cow before we take that on the left side. So inhale, drop the belly, open up the heart. Exhale, chin into chest, one vertebra at a time, round your spine. Inhale again to open. Exhale to round. One more. Exhale to round. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, thread the needle. Left shoulder does not touch the floor. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, thread the needle. One more. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, thread the needle. Drop your left shoulder, left side of the head down on the mat. Right arm reaches forward. 3 breaths here. So you should feel a little bit of a stretch in the left side of the upper back, around the back of the left shoulder. From here, right hand comes down underneath the right shoulder, so plant it on the mat. Push into your right hand, inhale, left arm reaches back up, and kick your left leg behind you. Left arm reaches over the left ear for a side stretch. Go ahead and circle your left wrist in one direction and in the other. Now let's just bring the left hand back down to the mat. So hips and shoulders are squared to the short side of the mat. Left leg is extended behind you. And let's start to rock back and forth, stretching out the back of the left leg. And now keeping the shoulders over the wrists, let's cross the left leg behind the right, keeping the left leg straight. Press into your left hand, look over your right shoulder. On your next inhale, let's look forward. Keep the left leg where it is, just bend your left knee. And then let's separate the feet quite far apart from each other. Walk your hands all the way back to your knees and sit down between your heels. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Either stay here, make sure you're nice and grounded with both sit bones, or fold forward, maybe resting the chin or the forehead onto the right knee. Deep belly breaths here. Let's take one more breath. And on your next inhale, straighten the spine. Using the hands, let's push down into the mat, lift the knees, and then pivot 180 degrees to the left so that you're facing the top of your mat again. Feet are off the mat on either side, so quite wide apart. You can either grab opposite hand to opposite elbow again and dangle, or if you want to stretch a little more, maybe the hands wrap around the ankles, the backs of the ankles. Inhale to lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Exhale to pull down onto your ankles. Crown of the head reaches for the floor. Sit bones reach up for the ceiling. And the action of the hands is almost as if you're trying to pull your ankles up. Imagining you're pulling up socks. On your next inhale, halfway lift, fingertips find the floor. Let's heel toe the feet together. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, let's step the left foot to the very back of the mat, drop the left knee, left hand plants underneath the left shoulder. Inhale, right arm reaches up. You can stay here or bend the left knee, right hand reaches for the top of the left foot. Let's take one more breath here. Keep opening and twisting the chest to the right. On your next exhale, release the left foot. Straighten your right leg, pull the hips back, and then right hand comes down on the mat. Let's flex the toes, pull the hips back, reach your chest towards your right foot, and fold. And so that should be a really big stretch in the right hamstring. Make sure you're not rounding in your lower back. And you can now lift the chest if you were folding. Plant the hands underneath your shoulders, and then let's slide the right leg back, three-legged tabletop. Exhale, bring the right knee back down, tabletop. Let's walk the knees up towards the wrist, cross the shins, come into a seat, cross-legged seat. Let's grow nice and tall. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms above your head. Exhale, hands come to the heart space. Let's close the eyes. And just take a moment here with the eyes closed to notice how you're feeling. And if you would like to set an intention for your day, now would be the time to think of a value or a quality that you want to invite more of into your life. And just taking a few moments to set an intention for your day going forward. And when you're ready, you can rub your hands together. And then let's cover the eyes with the hands. And slowly blink the eyes open, removing the hands away from the face. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed that quick stretch. It is something that you can do every single morning. It feels really great if you do it just as you wake up, getting out of bed, before starting your day. So let me know if you enjoyed it in the comments, and if you're not already subscribed, then please do so. It really supports my channel. I'll see you next week. All right, have a good one. Bye.